Well, just 1 week after the Bobcats and Grizzlies went at it in the unrivaled rivalry of Montana bragging rights, it's time to, in the words of Frank the Tank Ricard, fill it up again. Well, the Bobcats are 7-2 at home, riding an 11-game win streak, and they come ready to roll. Up 13-9, Rachel Szymanski to a wide-open Asha Cole. It is tournament time as high school basketball bracketology is on our minds in the sports department. Don't know about you, but one of the best times of the year for us here is the best teams try to move on to divisionals, and the highlight reel is going to start in Frenchtown. Well, every football player remembers scoring their first touchdown, hearing the crowd cheer as they cross the goal line. And as of yesterday, it's a feeling former Grizz Mark Mariani got all over again. Oh man, Derek, that's some intense action there. And you know, the season hasn't really gone according to plan for Big Sky and Flathead. The Eagles and Braves both own a combined 12 losses, not a single win. But tonight, one of those schools would get to celebrate a victory. Flathead hosting the Eagles at Legends Stadium. And the Northwestern A has been regarded as perhaps the toughest division in the state, so it should follow that the divisional tournament will be crazy, and it was. Florence and the Machines, Adam Greger and Quinn Smith trying to lead Florence to a divisional championship. The dog days are over. Here we are in the title game. Third quarter, Big Forks, Dylan Fraley misses the jumper. Evan Jort in there for the rebound, puts it back in. That tied the game at 35, but then Florence started clicking. With 3 minutes left in the quarter, John Johnson hits the jumper in traffic to put the Falcons up by 1. And then Florence works it inside to Greger. He's going to Montana Tech, but first he's going to the rack right there and getting the foul with it. That made it 39-36. It's going to be a missed field goal by kicker Zach Brown from chicken fried to kicking wide. And that could have changed a lot, but instead it's scoreless. You get it, Zach Brown. All right, and after a long run here, Chase Reynolds, a rare fumble, and the Vikings jump on it. The Pirates from Victor have only won 6 times. This is the kind of game it was. Frankie Bignell's shots off. However, have another try, shots off. Have another try again. It's Frankie Bignell again. Law of averages says that'll go at some point. Tell you the score later just to maintain some suspense because it's the fourth quarter. Shaylin Sheffer shows some piracy on the high seas with the steal and the score. Victor still rolling. Brady Burnson can ice it for Freud, but he misses a free throw. Junior Sansevier rebounds for Arlie. Up court to Jesse Thau to Casey Bridgewater. No longer ice water in the veins. It is Bridgewater in the veins. Tied at 34 with 11 seconds left. Brandon Curry puts Harvard up 1. Almost lost that ball, but fingertips it in so Princeton can get a win if Douglas Davis is good on the other end. A Princeton Tiger with Tiger blood. Say it, Charlie Sheen. Douglas Davis sends Princeton to the NCAA tournament for the 26th time. And then with 30 seconds before the half, the Grim Reaper Roper to Bryce Carver, and the Grizz go up 21-13 heading into the locker room. But the second half was a different story for the Grizz. After some huge Montana turnovers, Tafuna gets his third score of the game to go ahead 27-21 thanks to the big Tafuna. Ryan Donor follows up on his own shot, lights the lamp right there, and it's 2-1 Maulers. Now later in the second, watch the pass from Dalton Gilbert to Chris Pontello. Is that Gilmore again? The slap shot. Bill Buckner's right through the legs of Taylor D'Agostino, shorthanded goal. There we go. There's Jay Cutler. He's doing his thing, dropping back. Looking down the middle for Greg Olson, the tight end from the University of Miami, and that's a 58-yard touchdown. He passes Lex Hilliard, and the celebration calls for flying grenades. Hit the deck, everybody. He takes it back for the score. Take another look at this. The hit from Bonilla. Cesar jars it loose, and Hart is going to pick it up, and he gone down the sideline for the pick 6. Big play for the Bears. Upset in the making here as Superior sets up the screen, and it's Erickson again. He re-upped on his oxygen, ready to do this thing one more time down the field. Shane Klaus opening up for the Osprey with some country tunes on the 6th string, and the Osprey open up in the first with some leather flashing. Raul Navarro, are you serious? The diving stop to end the inning. But Adam Eaton, he's going to try to get something going for Missoula here. That's a routine single, right? But no, it's not. He's going to try to stretch it, and you shall not pass. Rafael Ortega with the throw in. Before we move on, Van Arendonk going to get a little bit Van Arendonkulous on the goal line right there, and that is for a Braves touchdown. Flathead runs away with it from there. The bump from Jenny Nelson goes to Prop to Hannah Kirkheide, and that is beautiful. She puts some English on it too. Spartans win game 2, 25-16. Great movement for both players, but just too much from Braun. He's like the LeBron of local tennis, wins it 6-0, 6-0. Jones couldn't stay quiet long, ties it at 27s. Lady Grizz going to the locker room up 31-30. They came out in the second and made some mistakes. Jones jumps Lexi Nelson's pass, pushes for the 2, ends up with 3. Whistle on the finish. Vikings go up 6, their biggest lead of the game. First half, the Eagles come from down 6, and Shanice Pacudas nails a 3 to take the first Eastern lead of the game, 25-24. Then the Eagles would go up by 9 in the second half, but Lexi Nelson from Butte High hits her second 3 in a row to cut it down to 56-50. Sentinel took on Avery Howard. Cody Jerrig, state runners-up to Braun Brothers last year. Sentinel put up a nice fight, but in the end, Avery Howard goes Xerxes on the Spartans. Ace after ace, and Hellgate wins in straight sets. He thinks his little brother will be in camp somewhere when work starts again in the NFL. Of course, we didn't see Grizz defensive end Tyler Hobbs. That's because he's working with us, manning the cameras. Shake the camera for us a little bit there. There we go. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.